Star Wars returns, TMNT is a dud, and The Simpsons and Tron are just right around the corner. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm broadcasting today from the surface of the sun. Dear God, I just got new studio lights, and I'm trying to get used to them. It's bright. It's bright. I can almost see you. I can almost smell colors too. It's crazy. What's going on, everybody? I'm so glad to be back in the studio, back at home from my whirlwind adventures in New York. My first time in Manhattan, and it was a great time. I had a great time. I met a lot of great people, and then as soon as I got back home, I had to run up to Detroit real quick. That's what you do. That's what you do when you travel for a living. You just swing by Detroit on your way to Cincinnati. Doesn't really work out that way. Anyway, tonight got a couple things to talk about. I got a new bourbon for you. This one is Long Branch. Just cracked it open today. It had a low alcohol percentage, which tends to kind of get rid of some of that harshness. So I gave it a shot. Like I said, Wild Turkey is not necessarily known for bourbons or quality. No offense to all the Wild Turkey fans out there, but it's not bad. It is oaky. Probably because the barrels, I think it says oak and Texas mesquite charcoal refined. I don't know. I think I tasted some of the barrel. Yep, there it is. Yep, it's the actual barrel. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's worth a try. It's good on the rocks. Not necessarily not something you gotta mix with, but or make something with, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Interesting. So, how's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? Been about a week and a half since we sat down and had a little chat. Like I said, it's just great to see everybody. It's been, like I said, so it's been crazy. When you travel and you're gone for a couple days or a week, you really feel like everything is just falling behind, especially when you have a bunch of projects like I do. So I was trying to play catch up, didn't get a ton of videos out, but I was able to sneak out the two-player TMNT counter cable. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but that video is doing pretty well. If you are interested in it, swing by and check it out. I had some thoughts because I'm an opinionated guy. What's going on? And hello, 2 Mile Arcade Battle. How did you like visiting my home city? Not bad. Not bad. If you've not been to Manhattan, it's kind of intimidating, but wasn't bad. It's something when you kind of get out of the tunnel. I took the train over from Newark. When you kind of walk up, I think I was in Madison Square Garden, and the city just sort of opens up and reveals itself. It's you're thinking, wow, those buildings are really, really tall, and they are. But no, listen, the people were great. There were some eye-catching scenes. I'll just leave it at that. But no, I had a great time, and like I said, the people were great. There was nobody being rude or anything crazy. So no, it was good. It was a good time. But I'm glad to be back here. Constorm Entertainment. Good evening, 19K Fox. Good evening to you. How the hell are you, man? Oh, Mrs. Harris, how are you? Hey, I'm waiting on the party cade. I'm hoping they do it right. Yeah, I'm getting Mortal Kombat. You are just all about these countercades, aren't you? But no to Tron T2. Yes, T2, absolutely. Dying to know more about that because, man, that may make me break my rule. My $4.99. I guess my $4.99 rule has become $5.29 because that's what I paid for. That's what I paid for Simpsons, which is another thing we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show. So for sale, what's going on? I need 4 more parties. You need 4 more? Do you have 4 doors to hang those on? You can hang those on the wall. Solid retro titles. Mike Hawk Hurts, what's going on? Hi everyone. Hi to you. Hope your hawk feels better. See what I did there? Sneaky. Tom Atkins, what's up? Cheers, y'all. Cheers indeed. Cheers. Cheers, my brother. Like I said, you can still taste the barrel. It is oaky. And it's a pronounced aftertaste. It's almost like when you drink coffee and it kind of coats the throat. So if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm still trying to determine if I like this or not. Like I said, it's not super harsh, so that is a plus for sure. Where's Qbert? It's a great question. Where is Qbert? RK1UP could definitely do something with Qbert, you would think. I'm sure it's probably caught in licensing hell like almost everything else out there that we're just dying to see. Rubicon Alpha, what is going on? Greetings, fellow gamers. Yes, greetings indeed. Greetings to you. Thank you for stopping by. Chris Emerson, what is up? Hello, my fellow people of culture. Yes, cultured people we are. Cultured people we are. Oh, yeah. Damn straight. Damn straight. Benji, what's going on? What's up, all? Nothing, just chilling. It's Saturday, Sunday. It's not Saturday night, it's Sunday night. Man, I am still trying to get back into the swing of things. Yeah, Sunday night, getting ready for work next week. C Mart, what's up, my brother? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Material Defender, what's up? Nothing much. Me, right now, I'm currently sitting up. And that's all we can ask for, right? That's all we can just be thankful that is going on. Zero Hero. What up, Fox? In the chat. Yes, the chat. Say hi to Zero Hero. 19K Fox, what's happening? We're about to get into it. We are about to get into it. Oh, somebody is having some Johnny Walker tonight. Damn, man, you classing up the joint. I feel like I should put on a tux or something. Man, he's drinking for real. Yeah, listen, I'll be the experimental guy, and you be the tried and true. Sticking with what's great. Absolutely. Legacy 4L, what's up? How you doing? Well, how you doing indeed? Peter McNabb, Ridge Racer or Outrun? For me, without a doubt, Ridge Racer. Because listen, right now, everybody, you can get Outrun right now, everywhere, anywhere. Go get it. If you're a fan, if you're on the fence, I think you go for it. Nobody's going to drop that price. And if you can get it at Walmart for $5.49, which I think is currently available, why wouldn't you? You got to have. We've talked about this before. You got to change up your arcade. You got to have a driver. You got to have a shooter. You got to have these things. You just got to have. You got to have them. But yeah, for me, I'm all about Ridge Racer. All about it. All about it. I got to have it. Mike Hawkert says, Target made me approve a second delay on the pawn. You had to approve a second delay on the pawn countercade order. Now delayed until October 29th. Interesting how these things are sort of creeping up, aren't they? The world is in turmoil. Okay, I'm cutting anybody no slack. I'm not cutting Arcade One Up or Target. Nobody's getting off easy. But I'm going to acknowledge the fact that the world is kind of nuts right now. If you're watching the news at all, you know that supply chains being what they are. That's why it's going to be interesting to watch how these things drop, how they pan out, because you just don't know. Jeremy Dirk says, Fox, NYC making you show them papers to move freely? No. A lot of questions about that. A lot of questions like, NYC, were you able to move around easily? Yes. As long as you're walking around outside, nobody was freaking out, you were fine. There's no indoor dining without showing a card. So if you're good to go, if you've got one of those, if you've got a picture of it on your smartphone, you're fine. But a lot of it is open air dining anyway. If you've been to New York City, you're walking by and you can grab a slice of pizza, you can grab something to eat, something to drink pretty easily, just open air right there, grab it and go. That's kind of the nature of most of the eating there anyway. So you're not really missing out if you're not. But so that's what it is. And it's not bad. Getting on trains and stuff, the subway, no, you don't have to worry about that. So it's I think the people of New York City are just like the people in the rest of the country. They know what's up. Hey, A2D2, what is going on? How are you? I hope you're doing well. And that is a Purple Heart. I'm not sure what that means. Well, I know what it means in the military, but I'm hoping you're not hurt. I'm hoping nobody has hurt you. Material Defender, sit down outrun available in Canada. Yeah, you don't get to stand up though, do you? I mean, I think it popped up briefly. I know that Michael B, the Game Genie, had a rough time getting his. He had to go to the website, the Arcade One Up website, and pay just stupid amounts for shipping and all that, and which sucks. That sucks because there are a lot of good fans up there. Everybody in the North America should be able to get these. I just don't see the reason, because I know there's a border that divides us, but there's no big physical reason why you shouldn't be able to get your hands on these things. Just crazy. It's just crazy. But it's an extra $400 to ship to Canada. Duties. That's how they get you. And that to me is just political garbage. Governments are jacking up prices. You see this a lot in the Caribbean. I've done a lot of traveling in the Caribbean with my work, and trying to get stuff in the ports and then through the ports and to us, to the facilities where we're doing the work, is just it can be a nightmare, absolute nightmare. And it's all just politics, and it sucks because a lot of good people that are just trying to get their stuff, so they can do their job. A2D2 is, my grandpa earned a Purple Heart in Korea. That's why I always use a Purple Heart. Outstanding. Thank him next time you see him for his service, because the country is better off because of him and taking that bullet for so many of us. Material Defender, around $1,000 for the stand-up version in Canada. It's just not right. We'll have to meet at the border. We'll have to do some chicanery. So I don't know if anybody saw this. But I posted something, I guess about a week ago. Check it out. After, oh man, I don't know what feels like an eternity, we actually saw the Star Wars sit-down version back available for its original price. I think there was actually a sale price. I don't know that it actually hit $449 before it sold out. But let's just go with the assumption that is what it was. So yeah, so there you go. It was $449. Popped up. I posted it on my community post on YouTube, and it was gone very quickly. But it did pop up again. I didn't bother to make another post and tell everybody about it, but it did creep up again. This is incredibly encouraging. This is amazing. Whatever this is, and what I mean by that is it an official reissue? Is it a second wave from RK1up? Is a big push from them to get another wave of the Star Wars stuff out there? I don't know. This could be just residual orders that were trickling in, and the paperwork's finally getting straightened out, and this was just something they had. That's why they could sell at that original price. I'm not sure, but it's to me, it's awesome. It's great because there's so many people that wanted to get their hands on this and missed out. It's an incredible IP. This is Star Wars. This is original trilogy stuff. The height of entertainment. Nothing is has more value than that. Fans are crazy. This is awesome, and it's a unique experience, and it is a unique control scheme. For RK1up, there's nothing else that uses that yoke. Now, there's other games that could use that yoke. I would love to see Road Blasters, Spy Hunter, some kind of a driving game with buttons, with machine guns. We've talked about that before. Change it up, make something a little bit different. There's a lot of games out there that still use that old yoke design. But for now, this is the only thing that they have that utilizes that. And the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I go back and forth, but on most days, maybe half days, this is my favorite cabinet. The Star Wars cabinet is my favorite. It's the one that just everybody will just gravitate towards and grab that controller and want to play. Now that may change once I get Ridge Racer, but for now, that's the one. Everybody just sort of gravitates towards that. And I think that's a lot of what I talk about with the driving games and the shooting games, that tactile experience. It's not just button mashing, and it is a completely different experience to stand up and, button mash instead of just sitting on the couch. But when you walk up to a very specific set of controls for whatever you're playing, it's just, it is unique. It captures that arcade experience like no other. This is a great, great cabinet for that. I haven't seen the stand-up version pop up yet. Fingers crossed for everybody out there, but I haven't seen it. Now, this is different than the Outrun cabinet because if, for whatever reason, you think that they're not going to come back with the second, with the stand-up, or maybe you just can't wait for that stand-up, you got to get your hands on this one, you can get this one and then just put it on a tall riser. Maybe the artwork won't be right. You can maybe do something aftermarket. Maybe you can find that, original riser somewhere on eBay, but if you just wanted to grab this like it is, the only difference between this and the stand-up is that custom 15-inch riser. So the seat you could maybe get rid of. Maybe you could just sell the seat, keep it boxed up and sell that separately, and then take that money and try to source. If you can't find an original riser, go aftermarket, go third party, and there's a lot of stuff out there that will replicate that. I'm not going to say near perfect, but it's going to be pretty damn close, and it's going to give you that feel. And I don't think that's a bad move. I don't think it's a bad move at all. I think it's actually the smart play. It's a smart money, because if I didn't have one, I would have done this. If I didn't have one, I would have definitely. And listen, at $4.49, keep your eyes on Walmart, which is where this was. It's a no-brainer. It is an absolute no-brainer. It's an incredible value. I hope that these prices come back down. I really hope that these things get back, to some sort of normal, because this was normal. For those of you that came into the hobby a little bit late, caught onto the brand a little bit later, this is what we were paying. 500 was out of the norm. It was crazy. That was the top, right? That was big money. Marvel versus Capcom with the entire stool combo lit. That whole thing was $4.99 back in the day. So anyway, that thing pops up. I think it is a reason that we can be positive. I think that that's a reason that you can look to and say, okay, I think we're going to see some of those classics come back. Do I think we're going to see the original Turtles come back? No, there's no way. I mean, unless there's some sort of stragglers out there, but I don't think that's a possibility. I think those are all sold out. They're long gone. And the only way you're going to get Turtles is by buying the new Turtles that comes out. It's actually should be on its way. I think it's shipping now, I believe, if you've already pre-ordered that, or if you pre-ordered that back in the day. There's no way they're going to re-release that. There's just no way. That would cut into the new cabinet. The new cabinet, which is the old cabinet, just different shape. Which leads into my next topic. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-player countercade that I purchased. If you saw the video, thank you so much for checking that out. Hopefully you smash the like button or the down button, whatever. Just vote either way, so I can get that interaction. So let's talk about this. There has been a serious problem with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Arcade 1-Up. Initially, there was not a problem. Initially, it was just sort of setting the stage, setting the standard. It had the fewest games of any of their offerings. If you look back, you're looking at the Final Fight cab. I think it had 4 games. Street Fighter, big marquee titles. There was 3. You still got 3 games with Street Fighter. But when it came to the Ninja Turtles cabinet, that first wave, you only got 2. But that was the first time we got the 4-player layout. So all of us took that with a big grain of salt. Like, hey, fine. That's no big deal. 1 less game, but we get a 4-player cab. This is awesome. My wife picked one up for me for Christmas, and it was great. It was awesome. Very unique experience. That was really my first step into Arcade 1-Up. And then I started with the mods, and people got in. I did the Lit Marquee mod, went third party with that, and it was great. But it was just 2 games, Turtles and Turtles in Time. No problem. Time marches on. Things go, things start they take a turn for the worst as far as pricing. As far as the shape of cabinets, it starts getting a little weird. Then they talk about Turtles again, and we're this time, okay, well, all right, this is gonna be awesome because we're gonna get more games. No problem. We know it for a fact, right? We're gonna get more games. And then the cabinet comes out, the leaked images and the official images, and then the artwork is legit Turtles in Time, but I think it's god awful. I mean, if you like it, hey, that's cool. More power to you. But for me personally, I do not like the way it looks at all. But it's fine. I've got mine, but I kind of felt sorry for the people that didn't get theirs, and they're kind of stuck with this. Well, let's see what these games are. Wow, look, this, the leaked images, and then we have the leaked listing from Canada, and they were talking about all these other games that were coming out. Like, wow, this thing's gonna have like 6 games. This is awesome. This is really cool. So, all right, it's gonna be a little more. Okay, $6.99. Okay, well, that's a little high, but okay, fine. So no big deal. Let's just start saving our pennies and we'll be good to go. But then they hit us with the fact that no, it's actually it's not going to be 6 games. You're just going to get 2. Really? And still that same price, huh? Yeah, but you're going to have it's going to have Wi-Fi and leaderboards and all that. Okay, well, but still, that's kind of freaking nuts. Then the countercade was announced. The 2-player countercade. $229 was kind of steep. You see the little guy behind me here? That was $229. 6-player layout for both players. 4 games, one of which was Punisher, which was previously only available with that Marvel superheroes cab. It was kind of a limited run, really, when you think about it. And it was listed as having 4 games, just like all the other ones. I'm sorry, the Ninja Turtles version was going to have 4 games, just like the other ones. So I thought, okay, this is really interesting. So we have a 2-player setup. We're going to have those 4 games. 2 of the games that were going to be part of that 6-game package that was leaked from that Canadian listing. And then we saw other descriptions saying, nah, it's just going to be 2 games. But then I bought it from a place who had the original 4 games. And I thought, okay, well, let's just go with it. Who knows what the hell's going on? It's a mixed bag, but let's go ahead and get it. So I bought it, $199. Got that from Shop HQ. Not a plug, but thanks for that. Saving $30 is saving $30, right? Get it, and it's only got the 2 games. So this is a problem. I said in my video, and I'm gonna double down on it now. I think that this has to be some sort of a licensing agreement with Nickelodeon. For whatever reason, there's not Konami branding, but there's Konami disclaimers, trademarks. Whenever you look at some of those pictures on Arcade 1-Up's website, and they're there, but I don't know that they have the power. Obviously, I think when it comes to these licensing agreements, Nickelodeon definitely has it for sure, because it looks like we're only getting those 2 games. There's not any sort of commingling with other Konami properties. It's just going to be Turtles, and that's it. And for me, that's just nuts. That's really, really, it's crazy, because there's something has to give, right? Someone has to make the decision. Someone has to step up to the plate and say, listen, if we cannot alter this agreement in any way, shape, or form, we've got to make some changes to these cabs. We have got to do something to justify this cost, because the pricing on this is just kind of nuts. And I don't want to go conspiracy theory, but I don't think it's going to get any better. I think that if you want Turtles, this is all we're going to get, because the likelihood of them allowing this current licensing agreement to lapse and then renegotiate and come up with a better deal, I just don't think that's going to happen. I think we're kind of stuck with what you got. So if you want Turtles, you're only going to get the 2 games. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love it. I also had some comments on the video saying, hey, listen, it was a typo. It's kind of, you can't, it's not the end of the world, right? A typo is if you misspell a word. A typo is if you list maybe the wrong price. A typo isn't inventing games to put on the cab. The same thing could be said for that original Canadian listing where there was 4 extra games. There were supposed to be 6 total. That's not a typo. That's leaked information from Arcade 1-Up to these retailers. They're not going to make something up. They're not just going to pull stuff out of the sky and throw it in that listing. This was information they were given from Arcade 1-Up in the hopes that maybe something would change. But for whatever reason, they don't have a good handle on this product. They don't have a good handle on the licensing. And it's really doing these products a disservice. So if you want Ninja Turtles, if you didn't get your hands on that original one, the 2-player countercade is going to be the way to go. You might as well go ahead and do that, because the stand-up version, I just don't see how it's worth it. But that's just my opinion. Akuma Rev, what is going on? $5. Hoorah, soldier. I see that Marvel vs. Capcom cab behind you. Are you going to see this warrior gracing the digital battlefield next Sunday at the tournament of MSH? Oh, really? Really? Next Sunday? I will be there, because you need cannon fodder. You need somebody to just wipe the floor with, and I am your guy. I'm not good, but I have fun. And that's what it's all about for some people. I'm not going to lie. It does get a little old getting your ass beat constantly, but you get used to it. You take a break and you come back. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I do appreciate it. And of course, you know what? Let me give you something a little bit different. Here you go.
Finish him. Melina wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Should have told you to cover your eyes. The fatality might have scarred you for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for the $5. Yeah, you're going to be in the tournament, the Marvel Superheroes tournament. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to jump in there. Absolutely. Snowdub, what is going on, brother? Smash the like button. Please do me that solid. And I got 81 people watching. If you could, smash the like button. Really do appreciate it. It helps out the channel, helps out the stream, and it helps make the world go round. Put your quotas on the glass, says Papa Brad. I got him ready. AWOL 101, what's going on? Battle Pod is great. Bozo, my brother, what is going on? Hey, 19K Fox, welcome back to the club. I'm alive. But my KI from Target now, before they sold out TMNT, is out with Best Buy. I'm so tired of Pizza Party, Cowabunga, Radical Toots. Same leftover games. Yeah, it's the same configuration over and over again, Bozo. It's they have to change it up. They have to do something different. Or I don't know. I guess they're going to keep throwing out these cabs in the hopes that somebody will buy them, because I think the people will still buy them. Ninja Turtles has a ton of love. There's a lot of nostalgia there for that brand. It's a highly recognizable IP, and somebody needs to cave here. Somebody needs to do something. But I think that's only going to happen if they see the sales of this cab dipping. And I think with this price combo with the limited games, I think this could be maybe not the nail in the coffin, but this could be the first staggering of the champ. Ninja Turtles maybe realize they're about to take a beating, because nobody's going to go for that. When you listen, if you compare this side by side to everything else, I like Ninja Turtles. I'm a huge fan. I have the original, and I got the countercade. So I like it. I do. But as these prices creep up like they are, and they tend to stay there, listen, the conversation, I know I'm beating a dead horse from a broken record. We're going to keep coming back to it. We got to have value. And if I'm sitting here and I've only got so much money, and I got all these other big heavy hitters coming down the pipe, am I going to spring for Ninja Turtles when there's only 2 games on it? When I got Killer Instinct coming, Now Tron is something we're going to talk about a little bit later. It also only has 2 games. But when it comes to Turtles, there's another configuration. There's another way to get that fixed, and it's a 2-player countercade. And I'm telling you, at $199, $225 after shipping is what I paid. You can get your fix that way, and you can save your money for other stuff. So I don't know how well this cab is gonna sell. This 3/4 scale Ninja Turtles in Time cab. I don't know how it's gonna sell. I'm interested to see. Like I said, I don't know. Zero Hero says, just wait for the Ninja Turtles Legacy Edition with the 2 games on it, but they'll be in a different order. You'll have Turtles in Time, and then you'll have Ninja Turtles. It won't be the same. They'll flip it around. Oh, no. You know what they'll do? They'll have artwork over here for Ninja Turtles, right? The first one. And then over on this side, you guessed it, Turtles in Time artwork. Class of 88 right there. 81, whatever. Peter McNabb says they have Outrun stand-up on Wayfair Canada, but it's $859. Canada, what are you doing to your these are your people. These are your citizens. What are you doing? It's horrible. Benji ordered my Star Wars cab at $921, and it's $927, and they are now showing sold out at Walmart. Wow, that was close. I'm glad you got it in there. Absolutely. It's great. I mean, I'm glad you got your hands on one, man. I'm glad you got your hands on one. Hold tight that confirmation email, for in that email is the numbers to the promised land. It's the magical star date. I don't know. I was going to say something. I forgot. You ever do that just in mid sentence? Just completely forget what you're going to say. But anyway, it's the gateway drug to your Star Wars addiction. You got to scratch that itch. It is the halfway point right now. And today, I was in the arcade. I was working on the next big project, and I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an update. So let's take a little break, and I got a little video for you to watch. So let's check it out right now. All right, so I'm down here working on the X-Men 6-player project, and I had to take the marquee assembly out so that I could put the plexiglass cover for the monitor. I had to kind of mock that up and drill these holes in the top, and you really can't do that with this in place. So I took it out, and I thought, well, while I have it out, I wanted to go ahead and add some edge banding, the same stuff that I used down here on the riser, to the front to kind of cover up this grain. The end of plywood and MDF doesn't take paint very well, So it's kind of rough. So I wanted to add that on there, kind of dress it up. I think that's going to look really good. But if you've got kind of a keen eye, you notice that this is not the original marquee that I had in here. This is that image, and it was done by Disability Graphics. He did a great job. He did exactly what I wanted. But I had a comment on the video saying, hey, very respectful comment. This person was like, hey, this looks great, but you have the wrong marquee in there. If you're going for a 6-player, it's a different marquee. He said, yeah, this person said you just stretched out the image, when that is exactly what I did. And it just goes to show that if you are receptive to comments to your videos, a lot of people are going to, give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever, but there's a lot of good comments out there that are going to better the project. So I encourage everybody to please comment on the videos. If you see something that's kind of out of whack, it's kind of funky, be cool about it, but bring it to my attention, because I think it's going to make the projects better, and I think it's going to make the videos better, and that interaction is what it's all about. So yes, we have the correct marquee in here now for the 6-player setup. But if you notice, the ratio is so much better. It doesn't look stretched out at all. So it's going to work out really well. It's going to look a lot better. So special thanks to the individual that made that comment. I think it's going to make the project better. But anyway, hopefully you like it. I'm still working on this hard and heavy. We're making a lot of progress, and hopefully this will be done sooner rather than later. Still waiting on that side art. It's going to take a while for that to show up. But anyway, hope you enjoy it so far, and let's head back to the live stream. Yeah, that guy's going places. Look at that. I just want to take a little second to say thanks to the person that did comment on the videos. I think it's important that we talk about these things. And if you I'm reading your comments, whether you know it or not, I'm reading your comments. And good, bad, or indifferent. Like I said, I do believe that it does make the projects better, more authentic, and all that. So I made a lot of progress on that cabinet today. I am so excited about that. It is really coming together. It's at that point where you're about, I think I said, on Instagram, I posted some pictures. I said the fabrication was 95% done, but that was just the fabrication. I think the project overall is about 85% done, but all the big hurdles have been cleared. And I'm at that point now where it's just coming together. God, it's going to be, I can't wait to show it to you. I can't wait to share it with you. And I got to get 5 people around this thing. Because it's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to fully test this thing. And I want to show you that it's possible. And I think it's actually probable. Hold on. Before I say another word, boom, got to put the disclaimer up. I think that RK1UP is going to make a 6-player X-Men cabinet. I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. And I can't wait to see how they're going to do it. I'm doing it with 1 large monitor. I don't know if they're going to do it with 2, because originally that's what it was. It was 2 monitors inside the same cabinet. I think they're going to do it, but I just have a feeling. Nobody's emailing me. I just have a feeling that it's going to happen. So keep your ears up and your eyes peeled, because I think it's going to happen. And now, what would that price be? I don't know, $1,000. Who knows? Craziness indeed. But I have here's another thing that's crazy. Super chat from New Jersey Devil, 1525 $4.99 super chat. I want the X-Men cab so bad, but really can't afford it at this moment. I'm wondering if in the near future they will make it as a 2-player countercade. It's a way for them to kind of double dip, isn't it? I mean, listen, look what they did with the Marvel superheroes. They put those ROMs out there. They made 3/4 scale cabs. They sold like crazy. Sales taper off. Hey, let's maybe get it to the people who couldn't afford that, either that 1 3/4 or both 3/4 scale cabs, because that's what you had to do. You had to buy 2 of them to get all those games. And I don't know. I can't see why they wouldn't do it. Now, I don't think you're going to get a 6-player countercade. I would love to see that. That would be insane. That'd be nuts. That thing would be ridiculous. But a 2-player countercade X-Men, I'm trying to remember if they had, I think they had a 2-player version in the arcade, I believe. Obviously, the 4-player, we know that, and then the 6-player. But I can't remember. I don't know if they had a 2-player ROM. But I'm sure they could figure out a way to do it. I'm sure, listen, that would be a great way to kind of milk that license for a little bit more money. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that it's possible. And I think that it's going to hit most of us in that sweet spot. That's kind of the budget we can afford. And when you're only paying a couple $100, you're not so afraid to mod it either. So I hope so. That I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be dope. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, and here you go.
Dramatic finish! Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan. There's another one right here. Trunks! Win!
Thank you so much again for the $4.99 super chat, man. I do appreciate it. Papa Games, Papa Games, Papa Bread's Gaming says, "Wow, a lot to say wow about." Did you hear about the guitar countercade? I think that was a mod I saw on Console Kits. He was talking about it. It was someone in the community they took a partycade and they made it into a Guitar Hero partycade, which is pretty dope. that's pretty awesome. That's definitely a good looking mod for sure. Would Arcade 1UP do it? You think they should, in my personal opinion, because it goes back to what do I always say, that unique experience that is really tough to replicate at home. That's what they need to do. Now, some could argue, I think I would actually make the same point, that Guitar Hero was probably more popular at home. It was available for everything. So I don't know, but I think it would be fun because that franchise, for the most part, I think it's pretty dead. I think Guitar Hero, for the most part, is dead. It was hot when it was hot, and then it kind of just died. I loved it. I had Guitar Hero 2 and 3 for PlayStation, and then we also had Guitar Rock Band. I think it was Rock Band. The one that had, I forget which one it was, had the whole set, had the drum set and the mic and everything. So that was a lot of fun. It's just kind of sad they couldn't keep that going. And I don't know if licensing and songs and all that is going to be an issue, but that would be a great one to bring back, have those guitars there. And I don't know. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Great great man cave / woman cave / bar party game. Pick up a guitar and just kind of jam. Everybody loves the air guitar. Everybody does. Michael B says, "Good job on the cab so far." Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can't wait to show you the finished product. It's coming together nice. It's going to be awesome. Glorious X-Men. Yes, glorious X-Men indeed. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tammy G, I missed that. I'm sorry you missed something. What did you miss? Let me scroll up. I'm not sure what you missed. Well, I'm sorry you missed it. Whatever it was. The best countercade is the MVSX. Well played, Duag. Well played. Yes, it is the best countercade. 50 games. You just take it off that little riser, and there you go. But could you say the same thing about the iArcade? I don't know. I don't know if there's 50 games on the iArcade that I want to play. Swole Dad Pitbull. What is going on, brother? How you doing? Arcade 1UP is just blowing dog at this point with the price hikes. When every other company is having sales and dropping the price, they can suck it. Trebek? Yes, they can. You voice the frustration of almost everybody. This was an affordable hobby before it just wasn't. It just wasn't. I mean, it was great. It was fun while it lasted, but now it's just, I don't know. It's not as fun as it once was. It's definitely not more affordable. Maybe the price hikes will end, and maybe some of those prices will go down. But you make a good point. Zero here says there was a 2-player run. Oh, okay, good, because that needs to happen. That needs to happen. Yeah, X-Men in the 2-player countercade. I don't know. I like them. The problem is going to be kind of where to put them. I've got a project idea for the countercades that I have that might help you out. So keep an eye out on the channel for that. I'm kind of jazzed about it. It's going to be a fun project. Simple but effective. I saw the Guitar Hero Partycade. Looks like a cool idea. I also saw a new boss control panel for the Street Fighter Partycade that makes me want that product now. It needs some improvement for sure, because that control deck, y'all know my problems I have with some of the other control decks. I had to build a new one for the Midway Legacy cab. I just had to because it was just horrible. It was atrocious. It was nasty. It just wasn't comfortable at all. The Partycade looks even worse. The Partycade is just, I mean, it's one player, so that's good. You've got some room left and right, but there's just, I mean, the chin is non-existent. There's nowhere to rest your palms on that. So it could definitely, yeah, if they've got a fix for that, factor that into the cost of the Partycade because you got to have it. Any rumors about Golden Tee Silver Streak bowling cab coming? The only bowling cab I know of is the next topic, and that is Simpsons. So the Simpsons. Oh, the Simpsons. So on this channel, Simpsons and I have had a torrid, not a love affair, not even an affair, because it's not a physical thing yet. And if I had an affair with it, that would be weird. No, the rumors, the speculation, the announcement, and all that going back and forth. I'm on record by saying, listen, I don't think we're going to get bowling. I didn't think we are going to get bowling as the second game. I thought that was going to be a failure, and they were going to take the games that were on, you know, the leaked games that were going to be on that Turtles in Time cab, and they were going to put that over here on the Simpsons cab, and we weren't going to get bowling. I thought that it was buggy and there was a problem with it. Looks like that's not the case. The FCC filings show it clearly in the instruction manual, and they say everywhere when you pre-order it, it comes with bowling. So if you're talking about bowling, that's the only thing I see coming down the pike. The pipe is going to be that. For those of you who are lucky enough, like myself, to get it for $5.29, I am still so far. I've double checked, my order status. November 5th is when mine is going to hit the door. November 5th. Very, very curious because there's some things to consider. Yes, bowling is going to be on it. The Golden Tee cab I have, it's hell of a lot of fun. That's a great golf game. It's a great, like I said, it's a play mechanic that's just awesome. That big roller ball. It's so I think the potential is there for a great bowling game. I love digital bowling games in all art forms. It's one of my most used apps on my iPhone. I've got several on my my PSPs. I remember the game for I think it was Dark Resurrection. Tekken Dark Resurrection for the PSP had a Tekken bowling game on it. I probably paid that more than the main game itself. So I'm jazzed about having a bowling game. It's going to be weird that it's The Simpsons and you got all these other controls there. So I'm anxious and curious to see that because, that's something we haven't seen. We have not seen gameplay of The Simpsons bowling. I'm not going down, conspiracy theory street. We're going to stay here, okay, in reality lane. But I'm just saying, I'm very curious to see how that game plays. Which I think probably the majority of you are too. And as soon as I get it, expect a full review. Probably not going to do an unboxing because those things take forever. If there's something weird, unique in the box, I will, some kind of weird packaging thing, I'll let you know. I'm curious to see how, those dual coin doors on the front, how is that going to look? The ones on the legacy cabs were okay. And they were fine. No big deal. But I think that it was, I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence about that. But it does it gives it more of an authentic look. The riser is plain as hell. Really plain. While we're talking about it, let me jump over real quick to Arcade 1UP. Let's take a look at this bad boy. I know you may, I'm sure you've seen this a million times before, but I just think that I'm going here for the latest and greatest too. I want to see what that final rendering was all about when it comes to, because I know they kind of went back and forth. We had those spy photos that showed a little bit of a different look to it. You didn't have the dual coin doors. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you now. Chrome tab, boom. So you had a little bit different branding on some of the spy photos, but the front of this cab is, for the most part, for what everything else that RK1 has done, it's kind of plain. That's not necessarily bad, but it just looks. I mean, the riser itself, right? It's plain. It's really, really plain. Just I don't know. It's okay. It's different. Of course, the tin sign which I'm not going to get because I didn't pay $700 for this thing. So you can rub that in my face. The fact that I didn't get the tin sign, not going to get the stool either. Oh, woe is me. But I think $529 is a much more reasonable price for this. And even $549 with all the other price hikes. When you consider that Marvel versus Capcom, the package with the stool with everything else is $549, I would expect to pay that. That makes sense. That's fine. But this is just a little bit. I don't know, it's a little bit crazy. So yeah, but that riser, I mean, I don't know. Am I just totally off base here? The riser is just incredibly plain. I mean, why couldn't you have just maybe not the Simpsons logo, but something here? I mean, I don't know. Bart and Lisa and Maggie on one side, and then you can have Homer and Marge on the other. I don't know. But anyway, so there it is. Now this is saying it's going to ship 11/30. If you on this channel, I've also had completely mixed experiences with Walmart. I got one of the baby cades, and then it was supposed to be delivered, and then it didn't show up, and then I canceled it, and then it wouldn't cancel, and I had to call back. I finally got that resolved, by the way. I don't know if I updated you, but yeah, so that purchase was finally refunded to me after several online chats and then 2 phone calls. I had to talk to a woman who was all over it, and she got it taken care of. I got that refund the very next day, so that was great to get that resolved. But so what that just means, though, is that you can never really, truly 100% rely on those ship dates until you get that email notification. When you get that tracking information, and you can click on that and see where your package really is. So it's kind of a buyer beware. But so far, the way I'm sitting now, November 5th, I'm supposed to get this thing from Walmart, the $529 package. Interesting to see how the branding is going to look, the outside of the box. This is going to be a different model. So it should, the outside of the box should be different. It's not going to have the stool in there. So the packaging should be a little bit smaller, thinner, if anything else. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay. What is going on with everybody? What are you saying here? What do you think about this? So yes, Silver Strike Bowling. Listen, absolutely, we have to have it. It's just one of those play mechanics. It's just perfect. I mean, look at Golden Tee. That thing sold out, and then it's just another one of those games that, if nothing else, bring back Golden Tee. There was a rumor going around for a while. There was speculation. John D even said a little bit to the same effect of, hey, you could have a Golden Tee and Silver Strike combo. Now, listen, you talking about just an awesome combo. I like the 4 golf games on Golden Tee, but for the most part, they're just 4 games that are extremely similar. I would like to have golf and bowling. That'd be great. But if I can't, at least give us Silver Strike Bowling. Give us bowling in any form. Not a part of another cabinet that just has a completely different control scheme. It's just not the same. I think that, once again, I can't wait to get my hands on this control deck to see what kind of a play field you're going to have. Are you going to have these joysticks too close to you? Is it going to be easy? How cumbersome is it going to be to bowl? So we'll see. But yeah, I would love to have a standalone bowling cabinet. I think it would be awesome. Plenty of excellent new games on iArcade too. Well, there you go. And I think people, as they get discouraged with Arcade One, you could definitely see them swinging that way for sure. Zachariah 315, howdy, 19K Fox, howdy to you. How the hell are you? Hopefully you're doing well. On Twitter, they have the Killer Instinct cabinet gameplay and photos. Disappointing. That's the same body as the MK Legacy. It's not. It's not the same. So I know it looks very similar. But what they did was, do I have these pictures still? Let me look up here real quick. I don't have them on me. So here we go. Let's check this out. Here you go. Let me show you this real quick. You can kind of see. It's difficult to see right there. It's difficult to hear. What they did, though, is, so this is going to be a taller cabinet. Overall, the shape is very similar to the Legacy cabinets, but it's going to be taller. You're going to have stacked panels like you have with Big Blue. And then it looks like they've raised the control deck to where it's flush with the side panels. It's still not my preference. I'd rather have it sitting on top of the side panels like God intended. but that's the way that it should be, to give you a little more room on the left and right. But it looks like they've raised that up to where it's flush, and then it's going to be taller. It's going to be physically taller, and this is based on the FCC filings. The photos we saw there show that called out pretty plainly. So overall, the size or the shape is very similar, but they made a few improvements. But I am with you. I think that marquee should be pulled out flush. And well, let's look at this real quick. You can kind of see that in some of these renderings that marquee is pulled out flush. The one on the left here, the one that says 529, that is the original renderings right there, and the one on the right for 699, that is going to be the updated render there. So you can see they've laid things back, and well, it looks like that marquee is pulled out mostly flush. Is it all the way flush? I don't know. I think it's better, but so don't be too discouraged by some of those initial images. But I think it's gonna be a good cabinet. Now, what remains to be seen is definitely going to be the gameplay. Number one, is going to run smooth, and then is it going to feel like? Is it going to feel worth $700? And it just, when you say it out loud like that, it just sounds insane. Is there anything out there does it really feel like it's worth $700? I don't think the freaking pinball game from RK1UP is worth $700. So I just don't see it. So I think it's a moot point. I think it's probably going to feel like what it is, and what it is a let's say it's a $550 cab. I think that's it. I think that's what it's going to feel like. I can't imagine you're going to feel satisfied with your $700 purchase when you're getting 3 arcade games and 2 console games, because you're getting 2 versions of Battletoads that were console games. Why? I mean, listen, is anybody going to say, wow, I love this arcade ROM. This is so great. I wish I could play this, but a 16-bit version. Or, hey, you know what would be awesome? An 8-bit version of this game. So, in any event, that's where we're at right now. But, gameplay is going to be the killer for that. No pun intended. Get it? Killer. I said because it's the name of the game. Drink. Sorry, that was bad. So yeah, we'll see. Stark. Tony? Are you back? Time Crisis and House of Dead shooters would be awesome. More replay and eye candy than Buck Shooter. Exactly. And if you've been a fan of the channel for a little bit, I have made a video about some spy photos that I was sent about some R&D, some experimentation that my source claims to have gotten from RK1UP. They are messing with House of Dead. They're messing with Time Crisis in some way, shape, or form. Shocked that we're seeing Terminator 2 before that, because that just seems like a hell of a jump. But listen, that is a very recognizable IP, and how many people are going to go for Terminator because it's Terminator? Probably a lot. I got somebody in the chat saying, smash that like button. It's Snowdub, and he's right. Smash the like button. Do me a favor. Do me that solid and smash that like button. They like money. They are a business, I think. That's true. They do like money. They like money indeed. And everybody likes money. The thing about that, though, is while they like money, I also like money. I like my own money, and I want to hang on to it as long as possible and spend as little of it as possible, especially when it comes to toys and the things that I want. So for sale at $500 per cab, I can only get 1 or 2 a year. So how many $700 cabs can you get? I think this is the point where people at. I think a lot of people are in your shoes. A $500 cab. Listen, we were of the mindset as gamers of getting a new console every 5 years ish. You get it when it first comes out, then there's like a new version, a slimmer version, and so maybe you get that, and then so that's 5 years, and then by that 10th year, that's the new console version, and you get that one, the new generation, and then you should go on. $400 or $500 every 5 years, and then games here and there, right? That was sort of where we were at. That's where we were programmed, whatever. To spend $500 every month or 2, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. Most people can't do that. But when it was $350, when it was $500, $500 was That was a special cab, right? Oh, I have to save up for that one. But now, man, it's just tough. It's really, really tough. Um, so not everybody can do it, and I do the best that I can to get some cabs so I can show them to you, so you can help. It helps you make your decision, because this is a big expenditure, and if you're not really jonesing for that title, if you don't just have to have that game, I think most people are just going to pass on all this, and it's just going to seem like something that's a luxury. They're going to talk about back in the day when they could afford to be in this hobby, and that sucks. That's sad. Hollywood Polo, what is going on TK Vox? How was your day? Mine was good. What did you have for supper? We had a chicken and noodles, like a broth or something. I think she made it was pulled chicken and some kind of chicken broth something, and then that was over noodles, and then we had salad and biscuits, and it was good. I had a Coke Zero to drink. Zero Hero says, I sent you the video. I'm assuming you sent it to me on Twitter. Did you send it to me on Twitter? Check this out real quick. Pardon the interruption, folks, but this is... Okay, I got it on Twitter. Let's open this up real quick. These are the images here. Is this a video or just an image? I'm just seeing an image. Well, let's show the kids. Let's show everybody here what I'm looking at right now. Twitter. Boom, there you go. And this is what we're seeing. It's just an image. I don't see any video. But okay, so yeah, so now see, I'm seeing some of your concerns. It's tough to see the seam on the side there. And I see the marquee is sort of pushed back a little bit, not quite as exaggerated as the legacy cabs, but yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think it's going to be better, because you can see that the screen is also laid back more too. Yeah, so I think it's yeah, I was hoping you were going to send a video. Yeah. Well, you can see, and the control deck is a little bit higher too. I mean, and listen, just to be fair, I'm not a fan of that control deck at all. I think that's just silly. Bringing that inside the side panels is just ridiculous. It's goofy. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know it aesthetically, it looks maybe a little more realistic or close to the original, but I just don't like that at all. So I got to know. I got to see gameplay for Killer Instinct. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. And for me, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't get it. Scroll up. I sent a video on it. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back real quick. I appreciate everybody's patience. Zero Hero. Oh wait. There it is. Okay, I see it now. Okay, hold on. Let me share one more time. Like I said, we're going to show the kids. Here we go. Let's check this out real quick. Boom. All right, here we go. Yeah, you kind of see it right there. You see on the side? Let me pause that. Epic music, by the way. Okay, you see right there. Okay, you see on the side? Right there, those holes. That is just like Big Blue. So you're gonna have stacked panels, so it's gonna be taller. So right away, you know this is not just a legacy cab right there. Let me see if I can take this forward a little bit. This is laid back much more than the legacy cabs. They've brought the marquee out a little bit more. It's still recessed, which I don't like. I don't know. I guess it's not terrible. It's not terrible. But that control panel, while it's up a little bit more, it's probably flush-ish. I think it's just, why have that? You should completely avoid that and just have it on top of the side panels. That's just me. That is just me. All right, let's continue the video. Nice. All right, so I mean, okay, I'm cautiously optimistic, but let's see. Tammy wants the baby Pac-Man pinball. Uh, it's possible. They're making the baby cades already. I think if they're successful, you could see a version of that. Um, the only thing I think would be that screen. Well, I don't know. If you make a baby version, you could probably do like a 17-inch monitor and make that happen. But we'll see. I think only time will tell. John Hour says I had corned beef hash for breakfast. Watched an incredible Dallas Cut. Yes, you know what that game was pretty incredible, wasn't it? It was absolutely amazing. It was astounding. Actually, no, it wasn't. My Cowboys fouled like crazy and hurt themselves. They should have blown out the Pats and not even gone in overtime because they it's just too many penalties, way too many penalties. But at the end of the day, they did win. And then had jambalaya with shrimp. Really? Damn, that sounds good. You must be down in Louisiana. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious indeed. Tammy says, I know it's a dream. It is a dream, but you never know. It might be a reality someday. Yes, there. Oh, jumped. There's a video in the test room showing how the cabinet is being made. Oh, okay. I got to check that out a little bit. That must have just happened. Glass babies. How long does it take to build an arcade one-up? I'm building my first tonight. It should take you, if you've never done one before, you're probably looking at, take your time, 45 minutes-ish. I mean, if you're just doing the riser and the cab itself, 30, 45 minutes. If you really want to take your time, you can make it last an hour. I did a live stream where it took me a little over an hour, but I had it was a live stream. I had the camera going. I was trying to talk to the audience. And then I had the stool also. So, but it should take 30, 45 minutes. Should be fine. But don't rush it. Take your time. Don't force those side screws, the ones that go through the side panels and into those, what are those called? Those dowels. I forget what they're called. The nuts that are inside the panels, they can kind of twist. And so the threads won't line up perfectly with your bolt. So don't force it. Just kind of, once it gets started, then you can go ahead and cinch it down. Don't use a power tool. If you do, make sure the torque setting is very low. You don't want to torque it down. And when you actually tighten up your Lexan, your plastic, your plexiglass cover for your control panel, just do that by hand. You don't want to crack that. I've got a Ninja Turtles one that I've cracked it, and they don't have any replacements. So I can't. I'm still waiting, but I can't get my hands on one yet. So. OGTM NT, I'm pumped. Glass Babies is pumped. Is that what you have? How long does it take to build a cab? Let us know, big Glass Babies. Are you talking? Which one did you get? You say did you get your hands on the old school TMNT? Did you get one on eBay or something? Or have you been holding on to it this whole time, waiting, and finally you just couldn't take it anymore and you had to open it up? Unless it's a legacy, then 45 minutes of build and 55 minutes of why the F won't this front panel fit? Thank you very much. My thoughts exactly. You said my name right. Thanks, brother. Good. That's one out of 150 that I've gotten wrong. You said you're in Dallas, Texas? There you go. Damn good place to be. I'm originally from the Houston area, north of Houston. Did you mean the MVSX? I have been waiting. I had it for a while. You've had this for a while. Listen, be very careful with that. I think the control panel cover, that plexiglass we were just talking about, I think it was thinner on that third generation. Or, yeah, that's the third generation. So be careful when you tighten that down. Or if you want to sell it, hit me up on Twitter. If you want to sell that the deck protector, because I don't know what the hell. It's crap. I don't know. I think we're ever going to get that. Last thing I want to talk about tonight is Tron. So 2 days. 2 days, and Tron will be available for pre-order. So I got to know in the comment section real quick. I'm going to create a poll. Are you pre-ordering Tron. Question mark. Question mark. Let me know in the comment section. The poll just pops up. Did it pop up? Where is it at? Where is it at? Chat is frozen. It should pop up. Yeah, there it is. So there's the poll. Are you pre-ordering Tron? Let's go over there and take a look real quick. Let's go over to Arcade1Up's website. And let's look at what is going to be the final version, for the most part, of Tron. Here it is, 10/19, 2 days. So this Tuesday, pre-orders are going to go live. Historically, it's been about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So look for it around that time-ish. What would that be? About 8 a.m. Over in California, West Coast. That's probably when you can expect to see this thing. I'm on record. This thing is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at just some of this stuff. I mean, it looks like they got the look right. It's very unique. I mean, come on, this is Tron. Look at it. It's going to have, you can see the seam right there under the artwork. It has a seam, so it's going to be taller than most cabs. Unique design. There it is. It's going to have actual black lights, probably with a blacklight LED strip up there. You're going to have paint that is blacklight activated. It's going to have the look. You get the stool. It's going to be awesome for all the Tron fans. I am not going to get it. I'm not getting it. That's just me. I know there's a ton of people out there that have been jonesing for this. They got to have it. And listen, it's going to make your arcade pop. It is a must-have for those that have to have it. I mean, if you're going to have an arcade, if you want to complete your arcade, if you're going for that 80s vibe, that is the one to get. If you don't mind paying a little extra for that look, there's no denying it. It's awesome. Real quick, I brought it up just a little bit ago, but this is where I think we're at. So you're looking at $699 is what the officially not announced yet from Arcade1Up, but we've seen leaks. $699 is what you're going to pay for that with the stool. If you wait around, which is what I'm doing, if you can wait, there is another version without the stool. I put $529 on there. We talked about that last week and the week before. $529, maybe $549. I don't know. I think it should be sub $600 is what you should look forward to paying minus the stool. Either way, I'm not getting Tron. I can't do it. For me, I played the game. I played both games, and the games are just, they're not good. They're not good. The games are not good at all. They're not enjoyable at all. For me personally, the cab has a sense, a certain nostalgia. Like I said, it's gorgeous. I think Arcade1Up did a great job on the look of the cabinet for what it is. But for me, the games themselves just don't have any replay value. They were fine for the time. They were great for the time, but it's just not for me. Now, I'm not knocking on the era that those games were made. I'm looking at Star Wars right now. It's that same era. The graphics, but for me, with the yoke and everything else, that game for me is much more enjoyable, replay and all that. But I'm not there. $4.99 super chat from David Snyder. What is up? I ordered Tron from Target. $6.99 is a steal. I am glad you think so, and I'm glad you got your hands on it. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than seeing Arcade1Up or a company come out with the thing you want, the thing you have to have. And I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. And here you go.
Finish him. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Flawless victory indeed. You got your Tron. Congratulations. Listen, for those of you that want it, that have to have it, some people are going to pay would pay $1,000 for Killer Instinct. Got to have it. That's the game they wanted. got to have it, and they'll pay whatever price. But for me personally, it's just not something I'm interested in. And even if it was 400, I mean, I might pick it up for 400, but I just it's really not for me. I'm more interested in other games. I'm a big 90s arcade fan. But yeah, now if you're talking about racing games, Road Blasters, I keep talking about Road Blasters. I'm like the number one Road Blaster fanboy. But for me, that was just one of those games. I like the music and I like the game. I like the play mechanics. That was just awesome. But that was me. It would be the nicest nightlight I ever had. Hashtag not buying Tron. Jump on the hashtag, folks. Not buying Tron. Papa Brad's Gaming says, don't worry. Tron Legacy in 2022 for $450. Possibly. Or just wait for the secondary market. Who knows? Authenticity is nothing to scoff at. It's a hard thing to attain, that authenticity, to get that look, especially with something as glorious as Tron is. And it is. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I loved the movie growing up. Really did. That was groundbreaking at the time, and I loved it. It's rewatchable. I'm not going to say endlessly rewatchable, but it is rewatchable, and I enjoyed it. Really did. And but the game just didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me. Love the look of it though. But with that flight stick that Tron is famous for, I don't know about you, but I'm really hoping we can get some kind of a flight sim game. Afterburner comes to mind. We got Outrun, Afterburner, possibly. I know we're not going to get the full sit-down version where everything's rolling around, but to be able to have that flight stick and to have some kind of a flight sim, I will say that Namco and Arcade1Up have a great working relationship, don't they? And we have Ridge Racer coming out, don't we? Wouldn't it be awesome to have, like, I don't know, Ace Combat? Wouldn't that be great? I could see that happening. Flight stick, Ace Combat, thruster, or Afterburner would be awesome. That would be really, really cool. I would definitely be in for that. I'd be down for that for sure. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Standard YouTube jargon. 19K Fox, Road Blasters and Stun Gunner was a great period of arcade gaming. Absolutely. And, Spy Hunter. Who could forget Spy Hunter? I just like games where you can drive a car and shoot stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's because that's what I want to do in real life. Not going to say I'm a rage driver, but I have some issues. Patience being one of them when I'm driving. Would love to see Afterburner. That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be great? That would be dope. Come on. Sign me up. I would really like it. Yeah, Tron is okay. Rico says Tron's okay. And it is. It's okay. It's fine. But I got other cabs I want to save up for and get. Mike Hallkart says a Sega Legacy cab modeled after Sega Astro City would be a day one buy here. I would like to see the Astro City make an iteration, make its debut. And I say an iteration. It would have to be Arcade1Up's version of the Astro City. Is it going to be the fiberglass molded round gorgeous thing we all know and love? Doubtful, but it would be an Arcade1Up version of that. And I think it would look cool. I'm going to be honest with you. One thing Arcade1Up hasn't done yet is that all white side panel look. We saw a teaser of that Centipede cab it's out there in the ether somewhere. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But an all white or mostly white cabinet would make a great addition. We got the white trim on Big Blue. A white cabinet, just saying, that would pop. And an Astro City in the white would be badass. I think that would be awesome. Kong is in the house. What is going on? I love me some Stun Runner. There you go. Man after our own heart. Afterburner 2 is killer. Yes. And you would have a couple games on this. Get the flight stick, get the thruster mechanism, and you could do that. I think it would work. I think it would really, really work. I would buy one. They split them to rush games to arcades. Yes, indeed. Hope to make a 3/4 custom Stun Runner cab to use my extra yokes I have. Nice. There we go. A very fine use of a yoke, if I do say so myself. Pre-ordered Tron through Target with 10% taken off. There you go. Otherwise, I would have held off. There you go. The nostalgia is too strong for the 80s arcade rat in me. I know. It's just too strong. It's like a tractor beam. It's like the Star Wars, the Death Star tractor beam. You just can't break free. Even the mighty Millennium Falcon just couldn't do it. It's a hell of a thing. Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars. Nostalgia, they say, is a hell of a drug. A hell of a drug. Hell of a drug indeed.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
And unfortunately, the glass is empty, which means it is time to wrap it up. Thank you so much for swinging by my little channel. And it's the Mudge and I. Hail, brother. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. It's been great. It's been fun, but we got to wrap it up. We got to go to work, unfortunately. We got to have jobs so we can pay for all those arcade one-ups. Very, very excited about, in a couple weeks, I'm going to get my hands on my Simpsons. Got to see how that thing pans out. Stay tuned to the channel. I am getting dangerously close to that 6-player X-Men cab. Wrapping that bad boy up. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be fun. And I need you to check it out because I need your input. I need you to tell me what you think about it. What's going on after that? We have a custom shelf, bar top. I'm going to do a custom installation of something that's going to support all my countercades and power them as well. That's going to be fun. And don't forget, I still got that racing cabinet. It's been sitting there. The racing seat's been sitting there. It has been neglected. It's been calling to me. And also my children and everybody who's come by the arcade is like, hey, Winnie, you're gonna finish this thing up? You're gonna get on that? And I need to get on it. So look forward to that. Also making some progressions. And of course, the arcade is ever evolving. Stuff's going on the walls. Stuff's going everywhere. A lot of drinks are going in the fridge. Thank you so much for stopping by. Y'all have a safe week, and I will see you next time.